welcome back. The Troy baseball team is on the road in the Lone Star State this weekend, taking on Sunbelt opponent UT Arlington. The Trojans are 3-3 overall in conference play after taking 2 of 3 from Arkansas Little Rock and then recently dropping 2 of 3 against number 15 Louisiana Lafayette. The Trojans didn't play a midweek game this week in hopes that they can find success against an Arlington team that has had the Trojans' number.
We have not had success against their team. 3 years in the league, they've outplayed us each time. We've not won a series with them yet. Oddly enough, Aaron, this year's team's very different in terms of they're 3-9 at home. And that's just not normal at this level. Typically, teams play much better at home. I hope they figure it out Monday of next week, how they get it corrected. I hope it continues over the weekend. But we'll need to play well to win, no question. We've got to do a good job of throwing strikes, catching the ball, and making the routine plays. They've been a tough team for us to beat. Hopefully that'll change this weekend.
The Trojans open a 3-game series with the Mavericks Friday night with the first pitch set for 6 p.m.
And the softball team is looking to bounce back after getting punched in the mouth by in-state rival South Alabama. The Trojans dropped the midweek matchup 8-0 to the Jags and will be back at home for a Sunbelt Conference series with Texas Arlington. The two teams will play a doubleheader on Saturday, and the third game of the series will be played on Sunday at noon. The first game of the doubleheader Saturday will begin at 1 p.m. with the second game scheduled for a 3 p.m. start.
After a strong showing against in-state competition at the Sanford, Alabama Track Challenge, the track and field team is digging their spikes in for some heavy competition in the upcoming Florida Relays, and director Mark Davis is taking his big guns with him, as well as some younger and inexperienced runners.
You know, we just want to get our kids running fast, competing well. Whenever you get put into situations like this where you have a big step up in competition, it's great for the team, especially when you can find people that they can compete with. We're taking Hakeem, he's running an open event. We're taking, again, Corey Bonner in the 400, Niata again, and a lot of our younger sprinters actually got into this meet. It's a qualification meet. So
the Florida Relays kicked off on Thursday, but will continue throughout the weekend. Fans can keep up with the results by following Troy Track and Field on Instagram and Twitter at Troy Trojans TFXC.
After finishing fourth in the Linger Longer Invitational, the men's golf team is now headed into competition in the Mason Rudolph Championships hosted by the number 3 ranked Vanderbilt Commodores. This is the final tune-up for the Trojans before the Sunbelt Conference Championship, as senior golfer Cam Norman says this will be good prep for when that time gets here.
Vanderbilt's the host, and they're ranked 3rd nationally in the country, so it should be a strong field. And I think everybody's been preparing pretty hard. It's our 4th tournament this month, so it's kind of coming to an end, but we've had a good run, and we just want to keep going with that. We just want to have another good showing on this and get our ranking to keep climbing as it has been the past 3 weeks, and just have good confidence going into the Sunbelt tournament.
The Mason Rudolph Championships tee off Friday, and competition goes through Sunday.
After placing in 10th place out of 14 teams at the Hensler Financial Intercollegiate, the women's golf team will break for a week of action before taking part in the Liz Murphy Collegiate hosted by the University of Georgia beginning April 7th.
The women's tennis team split their opening weekend of conference play, losing to Georgia State but taking down Coastal Carolina. The women will next travel down to Mobile for another conference matchup against Georgia Southern on April 8th. The men's tennis team will take on Columbus State and Alabama A&M in Troy that very same day. Well, that's all the time we have for Trojan Sports Now. Check us out online at youtube.com/Troy Trojan Vision to catch anything you miss.
For Jahmal Kennedy, I'm Kyle Shook. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Go Trojans.